Hi, Mrs. Pasico here with a quick tutorial if you missed class today or need a little bit of help. Today we talked about doing the work that scientists do. So if you were actually on a boat and you wanted to determine how far away or the depth of the ocean floor, you could use something called sonar, which means you send like a sound pulse or kind of like a sound wave down to the bottom of the ocean floor. It bounces off, comes back, and based on the time that it comes back, you can determine how far away. Is it it's really deep water? Is it really shallow water? And so what we're going to try to do is pretend that we went on the boat already and we got all these sonar readings. So if you look at the positions here, it says position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way down to 16. So it's kind of like we went to 16 spots. So here's the first spot on the ocean, and then we did a sonar. Then we moved to the second spot, and then the third. So maybe we move a mile away each time, right? So we went to 16 different places on the ocean. And basically, when we did the sonar, here's how quickly it came back. So look at all of these were under a second. Okay. So we can use that information to then figure out how deep it actually was. So what we have to do is carefully follow the formula. Okay. And if you look at the formula, it's the speed of sound times time divided by 2. And let me just quickly write that on the board just in case you get a little confused with what's written on there. So you're going to take the speed of sound, which is always 1, 4, 6, 5. Can you see that? Yeah, probably not. 1, 4, 6, 5. There we go. And you're always going to times it by the time that you get. So times the time. You're going to do that first. Then you're going to divide it by 2. And the answer that you get, okay, so 1, 4, 6, 5 times this time. That's right here in seconds. Then divide the whole answer by 2. And the answer that you get will go right here. Okay, so let's try that formula. We're going to do, and I'll show you on my calculator, so watch carefully. So I'm going to do 146.5, that's the speed of sound, times the time, so 0.00137. So times 0.00137. I'm going to hit equal, and then I still have to divide by 2. So divide by 2. Then I'm going to take a really close number, and it looks like it's just about 1. So I'm going to put 1 meter. Okay, 1 meter. So then what I have to do is I have to graph that. So if you look at, I'm in position 1, so wherever position 1 is in the ocean, and it told me that when I put the sonar in and did the sonar, the water was 1 meter deep. So I'm going to go down over to my chart. I'm going to take one of these dots, which represents where I dropped the sonar. And if I look here, I see position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way to 16, right? So I'm going to look and see what number is here. And then the meters. So really all I'm doing is I'm graphing this part and this part. So the first column and the third. So I'm going to do 1 and 1. So here's how I do it. It's 1 for the position, 1 for the meters. So I'm going to start by getting a dot, and I'm going to move to position, and I'm going to go down to 1, and then I'm going to go up 1 because that's where meters is, 1 and 1, and then I'm going to plop it right there. That's where the sonar reached. It was that point in the ocean. Okay, so now I'm going to go back and try another thing of math. So now I'm going to do the formula for 2. Okay, so the formula is the same. The speed of sound, so 146.5 times this tiny little number, 0.00451. So times 0.00451. You just got to be really careful with how you enter it. And then everything divided by 2. Divided by 2. If I look at this total number, I look at the just one number after the decimal, 3.3. So I'm going to come to my chart, and it's 3.3 meters deep. Okay? So now I'm going to put a dot at position 2, 3.3 deep. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to take my dot and go down to where position 2, see how it's a different line, and then go up to 3.3. 3.3 is between 3 and 3.5, so it's going to go right here. Okay? Let's try one more, and then you can do the rest on your own. So let's go back to 3. Okay, let's get out my calculator again. This time, I'm going to still do the speed of sound again. So 146.5 times this number, 0.00628. So times 0.00628, and I get a number, 9.2. And then don't forget, divided by 2. So 9.2 divided by 2 gets you an answer of 4.6. So you're going to put that in the box, 4.6, okay? And now we just have to graph it. So you're going to position 3, 4.6 meters. So here we go. Here's my circle. I'm going to go to the next line over, right? Position 3 for up to 4.6, which was right after 4.5. Okay? But I'm going to end up with something that has dots like kind of all over the place. But there should be a dot at every one of these lines, right? See these lines going up? There should be a dot that is on every single one of those lines because that represents the different points. So it's just kind of like the ship was going here and sending down the sonar. Then it was going here and sending the sonar, then going here, right? It's moving along the ocean. These are the different points. So it eventually kind of looks like, not totally like this picture, but like this, right? Where there'll be different spots along the ocean. Some are deeper or higher than others, okay? So your job is to do the math and finish this chart and then finish plotting. And you should be done when you get to 16. Just do the very best that you can, okay? Good luck.